right, High Def, how's it going?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Grinding, working, staying busy, man. Same like everybody else, just trying to get it.
Hell yeah, I feel that, man. I feel it.
Well, man, I came across your story. I know she got a really good story, really interesting, man. The fans, love that old school Chicago drill, that the era that you were heavily involved in and heavily contributed to. Some people, they might not know you. You was a very influential cameraman at the time.
Right, yeah, yeah. Crazy, man. See how everything, you know, transpired at that time. When you in these moments of really making history, you don't really know that you making history musically or and hip hop. You know what I mean, and culturally, until you look back and it's like, damn, look at the impact. You know what I mean? So this was beyond me, man. I couldn't have seen that coming. You know, as drastically as it did. So it was a wild ride, man. To see that.
I bet, man. It must have been pretty wild at the time, not knowing that. I mean, you're hot and you're doing things, but what I'm saying, you probably couldn't have really known the impact at the time. It must have been years later, looking back on it. You're probably like, damn, man, we was really doing something special at the time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I come from Minnesota where it's not really anything beyond like Prince and like Mint Condition and like Next and shit. So like to see these people in real life, working with these people in real life, people that I grew up listening to, like 50 Cent, following him around all day, you know, going about his business and dealing with Chief Keef and going to his Cheetah Films office where he had all these stories and all these movies on his table. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how people move, going to Soulja Boy crib, seeing how he operate. You know, it was surreal to me at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because these are icons in my eyes, geniuses in our generation.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, let's get to know you a little bit better, your story and everything. How'd you get into shooting music videos and videography and everything?
Uh, well, I started doing videos for myself. Well, I started doing photography for myself. I went to college, Minneapolis College of Art and Design. Before that, I was at Robert Morris for a year in downtown Chicago um, for graphic design. But I got into film and photography really because I was a musician myself and needed stuff for myself, and nobody was available, and nobody was really shooting videos at that time back in 2009. So I just got on that, started making money, seeing that I could make money off my craft, and I've been doing it ever since 2009. So you know, still doing it to this day.
And eventually, you must have got your big break. You started working with bigger and bigger artists. What was like the first time that you really got like that big break where you started working with somebody who was kind of hot or popping?
The first time I had my big break moment was, I shot a lot of videos in Minnesota when they would come to Minnesota. We would shoot at the studio, just behind the scenes, and then making records. Freeway had came and did a song called Touchdown. My boy Mason produced that. Actually, at the same studio I met Chief Keef at, really, and um, that shit went on World Star. And then I did shit for like AG of DITC, Digging in the Crates crew, like OGs, you know what I'm saying? Like that would come through Minnesota First Avenue and do shows, and then other artists would be around them, get features from them, and then they need videos done. They start working with me based off of my relationship with people here that would work with people from out of town. So um, other than that, then I started working with people from Chicago that would come here more so, like Twista, Do or Die, Johnny P, rest in peace. Um, and I shot videos for them and, would do album covers, photo shoots, whatever I could do that the artist would need at the time. And then from there is where I met Morocco Vaughn, which is another video director that shot a lot of videos for Twista. And then was shooting for Chief Keef down in Chicago, and he needed an extra camera to use. And I was down there, and that's how I met Chief Keef the first time. Um, then they came to Minnesota, and I opened up for a show with Chief Keef there, and I met him again, and we had did some features at the studio downtown, at the studio I was telling you about, and we did our first little. He did a couple features, made his money, and then the artist there wanted to do features, wanted to do a video with him. So I ended up shooting the videos for him, and from there, I see the view count go up on my shit way quicker than any other artist that I mentioned beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So that shit blew me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. Now my subscribers going up past 1,000. They like, you can monetize. So I click monetize. Now I'm making money off my channel. So that's when I seen the first big impact is seeing the residuals that you could get off of just views. You know what I'm saying? And that just encouraged me to keep going and make more content. Just keep making more content, no matter what it is, no matter who it is. Just try to cover as much ground as I can. So from that, Chief Keef wanted to work with me a lot.
How big was Chief Keef at this time? Like around what year was this?
This was 2012, had to be 2012, 2011. In between those moments in time,
So like right before he was getting ready to blow up.
right before he was about to blow. You know what I'm saying? My homie was like, man, you need to pay attention to these kids. You know what I'm saying? When they come here, you want to tap in with them. Make sure that you get a good look with that. You know what I mean? Because it will be a good look. He was convinced. So I'm like, I didn't know who these kids was at the time. But then I shot him. Then I did the research. I'm like, okay, yeah. So this might be somebody that I could work with that's gonna get my brand out. That's gonna get my name out and my work out. You know what I'm saying? And really work with the assigned artist. This is right before he got his Interscope deal. Like right before.
Okay, so how many videos have you shot for him at this time?
At that time, I had shot probably 2 videos, just feature videos, nothing that was standalone at that time. Um, I believe the balling video, that was shot. I think that was shot during that time too, like right before he went to Miami. We flew down there. I'm paying for stuff off my own dollar, just trying to, what I'm saying, make sure I'm there to capture these moments, because I know it's going to be something someday. He got P. Diddy chasing him around Miami. Chief Keef not trying to link with nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just was on a different type of time, man.
So when you say Puffy was chasing him around, what do you mean? Like he was trying to get a hold of him, and
Yeah,
Chief
like,
Keef didn't want to mess with him?
yeah, like he was trying to get a hold of him. Artists would always try to get a hold of him, but the way he moved was just on his own, you know what I mean? Like, he was just not trying to be a part of all the industry shit, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really feeling that shit at the time. I don't know why, but shit, it just seemed like the only person he was really rocking with at that time was 50 and Soulja Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, those were the only 2 people he was really, really rocking with.
What was Puffy trying to sign him or anything like that? Do you know, or do you know what he wanted with him?
I mean, a lot of people probably wanted to sign him. He had a lot of offers on the say. Dude got the biggest record deal for any artist at that time, like in comparison to 50. You know what I'm saying? They haven't seen that type of deal ever since 50 Cent. So yeah, I mean, that shit was just crazy, man.
You're in Miami.
Yeah, we're in Miami. He's doing shows, whatever. And I just start shooting content. Then we go to Lollapalooza in Chicago, and I shoot more. And that's when we had pretty much put together the Ballin' video. That later ended up on the album as well. So that was like the first real music video I shot, was that Ballin' video. The other one before that was like, he was with a Mexican dude up here named Boss Brick, who had did a song and they was on like he was on like a 4-wheeler going downtown. And then he was like in the elevator shaft. We had him up in there and shit and riding the Escalade and shit like that. So that was like the first video that really went viral with him. Um, but that balling video went crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the first one that really went past, millions of views quick. You know what I mean? Then we followed that up with the Soulja Boy, Chief Keef Foreign Cars video.